I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, 33. I've talked a lot about soul contracts and dominant archetypes of our persona. And one of mine is a wounded healer, someone who has the gift of healing others, of serving others, but has been betrayed and suffers great wounds of the heart. And a lot of the time does not want to do that, does not actually want to be in that role of the healer, but always says yes when called to do so. And a trait of the wounded healer archetype is being somewhat empathic, absorbing the energy of everything that's around you. That's why you're so good at healing, because you can really tune in to what a person's feeling and get to the root of it and be there right there with them, which takes a lot out of you, which again is why sometimes, again, I don't want to be in that role. And another downfall of this role is being able to insist on what you need, not just asking for what you need, but insisting on what you need, setting boundaries, setting the appropriate boundaries, and insisting on your needs and standing up for them. And so a skill that one needs to learn that's not very natural typically for an empath or a wounded healer is the skill of negotiation. Being able to sit in the fire with someone who may want something from you that you're not willing to give, or may not be willing to give you what you need. So you have to learn how to negotiate. And a wise friend of mine, who is someone who is a successful manifester, someone who's very successful at setting a goal and a dream and making it happen, one thing she suggested is whenever you are interested in learning a new skill or going on a path, go and start reading a book about it. Even when you are just reading about it, it's already taking your consciousness and something deeper in you and putting it in alignment with that path, with that trajectory. Now, at the same time, again, we are not necessarily masters. We're definitely not masters of the skills just by reading a book. Mastery takes consistent practice, consistent quality practice, but reading a book is setting us on that path. And so with negotiation, I found a couple of books useful, and I found it also useful to look at the perspective of opposite personalities of my own, people who have a very different personality but are very good, very successful with the skill of negotiation. So number one, I read this classic, Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal. And Donald Trump is obviously a polarizing character. Many people love him, many people hate him. I'm actually in the middle. There are things I really like about Donald Trump. There are things I think are awesome about Donald Trump that I really respect. And there are things about him that I don't like so much. But I'm not necessarily a Donald Trump lover nor a Donald Trump hater. But I do respect some of the things that he's very good at. And making deals is one of those. Getting what he wants, being insistent on getting a deal, and showing up to the table with a certain kind of mindset that leads to success, a successful outcome in the deal. This is a man who has faced great opposition to his will, and much of the time, though he's had many failures, he's also had great success. He's had some really big wins from this kind of attitude. Another great book that I read is this book by Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference. FBI agent Chris Voss. And principle of this book is just like the title says, you never split the difference. The art of negotiation is about getting what you need out of it, not compromising. We're programmed all our lives to compromise, to settle. And if you truly want to live one's highest potential, you've got to do away with that programming. You've got to learn the art of the deal. You have to learn how to negotiate and stand up for what you want and what you need in this world, which is quite challenging for an empath. Chris Voss, again, uses techniques of reflection, like very useful psychological techniques of learning to make the person on the other side reflect, having you ask questions to reflect back something that you know is unreasonable. And again, all kinds of useful techniques in that book that one has to practice. And so, right now, this is a big leap for my soul. I'm in situations now where I'm having to learn the art of the deal. I'm having to learn how never to split the difference and learning how to do so in a successful way. And I'm thankful for these people who have these strong personalities that are very different than I am, that are very good at this, that I can learn from. And with that being said, I'm going to end this transmission. Be strong, be well, and I will see you on the other side.